hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What's going on, Entertainment? So today I'm coming to y'all with another video. Today we're doing Hollywood Hot Topics, where we talk about the most salacious dudes in Hollywood. Okay, first I wanted to get into, guys, is Cardi B's interview that she did with the Breakfast Club. You can just tell Cardi is just like, oh my God, I gotta go on this damn press tour. I wish I was at home with my kids. I don't want to be outside. So she starts off the interview talking about how she had to basically poo. Okay, she had to be in the bathroom pooing because she was constipated throughout the whole interview, even farted at the end of the interview. Okay, and I must say, you know, just hilarious in interviews. It's kind of like she just repeats everything somebody else says. Angela Yee was missed during this interview. Now I could see why Angela Yee was needed. Like it kind of opened my eyes to this interview. I'm like, Angela would have probably asked her a lot more questions, you know, did a lot more research and stuff like that. Not like Jess was asking like dumb Charlamagne and DJ Envy, right? Charlamagne says, what's gonna come out first, your poo or your second album? Y'all know Cardi B been holding that second album for a hostage for years now, since she dropped her first album. At this point, I'm not even gonna probably expect it this year. She says she wants to drop it at the beginning of next year. She by Sheree is probably gonna drop another line before we get another album from Cardi B. So I'm not holding my breath. Okay, she even quoted She by Sheree, said spring summer that she plans on dropping the album. So for Bongos, she wanted to go, her label, I guess, her team wanted her to go with a Latina artist. Okay, they were probably looking at a Karol G. They were probably looking like at a Bad Bunny. But even though he's Latino, but you know, some days he's Latina, right? They were looking for a Latina artist, but instead, she said in her mind, she had Megan in mind to do the song. Thank God she made that decision. Megan saved that song, period. I don't care what y'all say about the song, Megan saved it. So if it wasn't for Megan, the song wouldn't sound as hot as it does now. So shout out to Megan Thee Stallion for ripping on that beat, okay? They also asked her about like the pressures of rap and does she feel like, you know, any pressure to eat as a rapper? She doesn't seem to have that hunger. That's what bothers me about Cardi. The hunger is missing. You're not hungry for it. It's like you don't really need it. Like it's just for money for you, and then that's it. Like you don't. I feel like she doesn't enjoy it thoroughly, like when she first popped out or when she was on Love and Hip Hop, and that's what I think the disconnect comes in with Cardi. So then they asked her if working with other female artists, does she feel like she has to eat? Like she says no, because she wouldn't change her verse. Like let's say they asked her, like, let's say she's doing a feature with somebody and she hears their verse. She says that if their verse is better, she's not gonna go back and change it. That's where Cardi lost me. I said, see, that's why you're gonna never be as successful as other people, because you should be competitive with stuff like that. I'll never forget Kendrick Lamar. He even said it. He said he heard Jay-Z's verse on "Bitch Don't Get My Vibe," and he went back and changed it because he said it was too hard, so he had to change it to make it better. I'm that type of person. Like, you're not gonna win at me, bitch. I'm gonna get you. So that's where Cardi loses me. It's the work ethic to me is like, but I get it. She wants to just be a mom to her kids, which, you know, you can't really blame her on, right? So she talks about like mothering and stuff like that, and then she also talked about throwing the mic. She says she doesn't regret throwing the mic because she feels like the girl was really trying it. Apparently, she says the video was false because when she asked them to throw water at her Big Debbie case, when she bent over and did the Fashion Nova post, the Instagram post that the girls were doing, she says that was like 20 minutes before the girl threw the drink, and she said it had ice in there. So I guess the cubicles hit upside her forehead and it irritated her. And you know, that's when she started snapping. That's what she claims. So we're going to take her word on that. I don't think it was that long of an interval for that girl to throw the drink, because immediately she said, I'm sorry. So I don't know about that, Cardi, but hey, I would get mad too if I got a cup of ice thrown in my face. All right. So she says that's why she threw the mic. She doesn't regret it. She didn't really want to talk about it because she feels like she would be going to jail. She thought she was going to be going to jail, but she found out she's not. So that's why she was even able to talk about it during the interview. Now, Cardi, what was that chiffon hair bouffant that you had in that interview? I call it the croissant bouffant. She had a croissant bouffant upside her head. I said, I know you lying. Cardi said, I'm going to try to appear as African American as possible. Okay, even though I'm Afro Latina, I'm going to bring out the Afro. Right? She did look cute though. She just looked like a old teacher librarian. The comments were roasting her about the hairstyle, which was funny as heck. On the YouTube comments, y'all gotta read it because they was getting on her about their hair. Okay, they mentioned the new album. Now, when they get to the new album, it's like she's scared. They say new album. She's like, so Charlamagne's like, the new album. She's like, Apparently, she wants to narrow it down to 15 to 18 songs. She says it's done. She has a name for it, but she's not too sure of the album name. So she's trying to decide what to pick for the album name, but that's how much songs she wants. I've never been a fan of albums that have a whole lot of songs on them. I feel like it gets to the point where it becomes too oversaturated with music that may sound the same. With Cardi being gone for as long as she has, I think a shorter album would be the best. I would say 12 to 14 songs instead of 15 to 18. 13 would be the best number in my opinion, because that's like right in the middle between a long ass album and then a short behind album. Because I wouldn't go too short either, because the fans gonna really eat you up because they're gonna think you're trying to rob us. Okay, so I'll go like 12 to 13 songs. I think that would be fair, right? And if you just ends with her farting. She didn't really want to talk about the Offset situation because it would get her like emotional. Offset and Takeoff, of course. And then the cheating thing, they didn't go too deep into it, which I know if my girl Angela Yee was there, she would. Just to me, she's scared. And she's new at this. So I'm not saying she's new to media, but I'm saying like she's new at, co-hosting stuff with the Breakfast Club. So I feel like she was a little moving carefully so that way she don't step on Cardi's toes. I could kind of see that. So yeah, that was really much the interview. I really liked the song, like I said, especially Megan's part. Megan to me is still underrated. I don't think she gets enough of her flowers. So yeah. All right. So next thing, let's get into some more rap girlies. Lotto. Now this was funny to me. You know who we got to blame for this? Jocelyn Hernandez. Okay, that's who's to blame for this beef.
Like what? You wanna know if it's real or it's fake? I got a peach on the back like a plate. I got a meat in my booty on tape. I might expose him like 1090. Pussy got the go. Give me Benzino.
Okay, say give me that neck Benzino. So this is all Jocelyn's fault because remember I Love Hip Hop. She said Benzino. I need a strong man. I need a neck. I need to lick on your neck. What am I doing with that show, man? Jocelyn started the neck thing. Had it not been for Jocelyn, we wouldn't have been really paying too much. A lot of us noticed the neck before Jocelyn said it, but she made it a media spectacle, okay? Because of her, we all paid attention to the neck. I think Lotto doing this is funny to me. Let me tell you guys why. When she mentioned the blunt is big as Coi Leray, and then Coi got mad, and she asked for an apology and all of that, and said, oh, stop mentioning my body. She gave you an apology, and then you were still being slick, popping your stuff. So Coi to me likes to play victim. So if I were her, I would try to be funny right back because it's like, I said sorry, and you're still doing the most. Like, relax. And not even that, the lyric, the first-handed lyric, it wasn't meant as an insult. That's why I don't get the way Coi gets about Lotto in that whole rap song. It makes no sense. I think she's too sensitive and she needs to relax. So apparently Koi wants to clap back at her and says, someone find me a pic of Karen. So y'all probably wondering who's Karen, right? So Karen would be Lotto's mom, because Lotto is, she's black, but she's, mixed race. So she's just assuming that the mother is white. Her name, of course, white people, they associate white women with Karen. So that she wants a picture of Lotto's mom. Just watch the rap game, and then you can see the mama. It's petty to me. It's stupid. And it's all Koi's fault because she's too sensitive. And Benzino probably feels very insecure about his neck. And he also posted a picture of it quickly and then took it down. Okay? I know he's somewhere shaking his head and the neck isn't moving. All right? First, Koi was already arguing with her dad and not getting along with her dad. Now she has to go and defend her dad for the likeness of his neck. Okay? Damn. And Lotto did this at the right time too, because it's not her song, she's just featuring on it. So her poking at something really quick, to me, that was a little bit of calculated timing. I feel like if this was like her own single, she wouldn't put no track like that in there. She wouldn't put no line in there like that because it would get negative attention. So she did that, purposefully. The girl's real slick. She really is. She went live while eating, busted down some Chick-fil-A, and basically said, a lot of y'all is slow. Why don't y'all get the line? And, was talking a little bit of crap or whatever. I don't think that Koi's comeback rap-wise is going to be the same as Lotto's. I don't think Koi has that great enough wordplay. And if she does have that great enough wordplay, it's probably going to be by somebody writing it for her. I don't see her coming up with something so creative on her own to clap back at Lotto. That will be like, oh, you got that bitch good. Nah. We're going to get pump it up, pump it down, make the party pump it. Pump it. Everybody, but I don't care what nobody say. That's my ish right there. She ate with that song. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, she ate a little bit with that. So people are blasting Spice for calling Bambi a giraffe because Erica Mena called Spice a monkey. That's not the same thing. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna play the animal semantics at this point. Like, damn, what's next? A koala? Like, no, that's not the same. A giraffe to me isn't racially based. A monkey, that's racially based. So that's not, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're just not going to do that. Okay. Someone commented, said, so Spicy called Bambi a giraffe and it's okay, but when Erica calls her a monkey, she gets fired. Okay, double standard much? I will say though, although I think what Erica did wasn't right, I think Spice is on like a power trip this season. I think she thinks she's in charge of the girls. I think she thinks that, I'm one of the biggest names on here. You guys need a queen of the dance hall, Spice, and she's taking no prisoners. And it started rubbing people the wrong way because you're doing a little bit too much. You're doing way too much, okay? Getting involved in that relationship and all that type of stuff, that was very inappropriate, Spice, okay? That's not very dance hall-like, right? But Erica, you still dead ass wrong, and you stupid for saying it, okay? Speaking of Erica, I told you guys this was going to happen. Oh, Mr. Cleo with the ish. I'd have told y'all. Sadly, Erica was let go from her show that she was filming on All Black. Erica hasn't even spoken out on this since this happened. I'm telling you, she in her room somewhere got a voodoo doll of Safari. He's poking his dick, poking all of his chest, so that way he won't be able to do his Jamaican wine, Jamaican wine. He won't be able to do none of that. I'm telling you, that brouhaha, Erica working on it deep. And I don't blame her, okay? So Black said, we do not condone Erica Mena's recent reprehensible comment. She'll be featured in the upcoming season of Hush, set to premiere later this year, as production was completed months ago. But in the event of additional seasons, she will not be part of the cast. I told you guys this was going to happen. That channel is literally called All Black, which it has All Black content on there. That's why I think Erica's even more dumber. Because it's like you're literally working for Black companies. Love and Hip Hop is a Black-owned franchise. Maybe not owned, because I know Mona has some other people that, but run, Black ran. franchise, and now you have a black network, and then you're gonna say something like that? That's dumb to me. Erica, to me, lets her emotions get the best of her, and now she's gonna be losing a whole lot of bags about it. I think Safari's stressed out about this too, because it's one thing you messing with her emotions, but now you did some messy stuff that's not her bag. Even though I'm not saying it's Safari's fault. It has nothing, it's not Safari's fault at all. Okay? But I know he's going to feel some sort of guilty conscience because him involving himself and, you know, putting in Spice in it and telling Spice all these things about the son, look what it caused. So yeah, I hope sister girl somewhere. Okay, I know she's probably gonna go into hiding, like Big Legs did. Okay, so we lost another reality star. Damn. Okay, basketball, you guys dropped their promo for Orlando. I've known about this for a little bit. They're filming Basketball Wives Orlando up to this point. Now they're dropping like the promo releases and everything. And the girlies have basically been announced. One of the girls that's on there is... Now this is what I have an issue with some of these franchises. Megan James, you are not from Florida. You're not from Orlando. You're not from West Orlando. You're not even from Tampa, bitch. What are you doing here? That's not what we're gonna do. Like, y'all bringing people to other states. That's why I don't like Love Hip Hop Miami, because half those people there are not Miami. So why are they here filming a show for a city that they don't even live in regularly or have ever lived in like that? That gets on my nerves. Like, it's false representation. Y'all need to get sued on my soul. Like, for real. I know she's gonna bring the drama. I've heard she's bringing a lot of the drama. Some of the stuff I've heard from some people is that Neek. Okay, not Neek and Night. Shout out to Neek and Night, not Neek and Night, but Neek. On YouTube, I heard she gets active this season. Now there's some messy stuff around her storyline. Shout out to Spilling with the BBWT. They put us a little bit on game as to some of the inner workings that's going to be on this season. So now Neek, you guys, her BD has a baby with another cast member. So this is already messy to begin with. So this girl right here at the bottom, well, at the third next to Megan on Megan's left, okay? With the black hair, with the blue eyes, hazel eyes, okay? That's one of her baby dad's baby moms. And they weren't really around each other until they started filming the show. So VH1 kind of knew what they were doing with that. She talked a little bit about this on video, Neek did, and said how it was basically working with the baby mom on the show. And of course, she didn't really say the show that she's going to be on because they didn't announce it by that point. But she kind of mentions the story. And the reason why they have a little bit of tension is because apparently the baby dad got with Neek after her, and the baby mom, her name's Mackenzie. So Mackenzie's the one with the all black hair with the hazelish blue eyes that I showed you guys. Her name's Mackenzie. So Mackenzie claims that Neek was talking to the BD behind her back. So like they were fooling around. Mackenzie and the BD were still together, and after BD and Mackenzie left, the BD went to Neek, but Neek was dealing with him the whole time that they was dealing with each other. You get what I'm saying? So she talks a little bit about this on this clip right here.
It being cordial with King and Dwayne's baby mamas. Some people was like, oh, it was weird that I said like the little sister wives comment when I was like with Mackenzie or whatever the case may be. In Orlando, we've been doing shit like I'm gonna explain this a little bit more with this thing that I got coming, but
things means as basketball as Orlando.
In Orlando, we've been like around each other a lot because we've just been around the same people doing the same stuff. And so it just kind of happened where it was just like we was around each other a lot. And I have no hate. I didn't have any hate in my heart towards Mackenzie at all. So actually meeting her and like being around her and seeing what type of person she was, it's just been cool. Like y'all know me. Like I hate I don't have any, I don't be having like the time in my heart. Like the time housing. She has kids for Dwayne. She didn't know me before. I didn't know her before. I happen to date Dwayne now. Like it's just life. Like I feel like being mad if somebody like didn't do nothing to you, and like it's no reason at all for me to dislike her. It's no reason for me not to shoes. I feel like I look at stuff from all angles. I might how I would have reacted or stuff that I would have did, but being a woman is it's just comes with emotions. Like, and I don't hold what Mackenzie said or what she did or like how she went on the internet. Like people like, how could you ever like talk to somebody and she went on the air.
Y'all probably wonder, what did Mackenzie do? So Mackenzie did this. So she did like a little Q&A on Instagram. And she said, talking about Dwayne B. He said, nothing much to really say. We were engaged and living together. He cheated on me more than once. I finally left, and now he's dating one of the girls he was talking to behind my back. It is what it is. Life goes on. God has a plan no matter what. So the girl that she was referring to was Neek. Okay, YouTube Neek. All right. I'm excited to see how this storyline plays out and how they kind of get especially with each other, because that's going to be real interesting. What I will say, though, I noticed something about this cast. They went a lot younger. Thank God. I'm sick of seeing the old hoes on Basketball is LA fight. Like, seriously. Like, it's so much more seasons and so much more black outfits Jackie has in her closet for the show to continue. Like, I know she's running out at this point. She's going to have to start ripping apart black umbrellas to start making dresses and skirts. Because, damn. Okay? It looks like they went for, like, the late 20s, early 30s type of gig, which is really smart. Another girl that's on there is Nikki, okay? So Nikki, y'all might remember her. This is what I mean why these girls not really from Florida. Because last time we see you was in Black Ink, Chicago, fighting Cat for 4. And all 4 is on all 4s in a cage, bitch. Okay, so she's going to be on there as well. I wonder if the whole 4 thing is going to come up, even though they didn't, last very long. I'm interested if anybody's going to kind of throw that in her face, being like, oh my God, you date with a dude, who like doing a freak tip on Twitter. Okay. Of course, we seen how she get down on basketball, on Black Ink Chicago, and how she bopped Kat upside her head when Kat was basically accused of dealing with 4 behind her back. So we know she's going to have, the right amount of attitude to do the show. So I am excited with some of the girls that they pick. I'm happy with this new franchise because one thing about Florida franchises, they never last. I'm shocked that Love Hip Hop Miami has lasted as long as it did, because they usually don't last that long, like at all. Okay. Here's some behind the scenes of some of the girls. Shout out to Spilling by BBWT. We see Megan. There we go. We see Neek. We see some of the other girls right here. Okay. They also had some events too that was shown where they had like a big dinner like out, and then you've seen some of the names of the cast like separated. Okay, so let me know if y'all gonna be tuning in for it. I am gonna be recapping it so we can see what it's really giving. Hopefully they don't let us down. Okay, because Basketball Wives LA apparently is going to be really good this season from what I've heard. All right. Next I want to get into, you guys, is House of Villains. So House of Villains, to me, I was excited about. It looks scripted. It looks put together.
I do a series.
It looks so scripted to me. It's to the point where like they look like they were even being fed lines in their confessionals from the trailer. It looked a little bit like The Challenge to me also, which I noticed, which was kind of weird. It's like Big Brother Challenge cameos. That's what I would call it. I was kind of let down. I'm not going to lie to you. And I feel like some of the cast members aren't villains. Okay, but I'm still gonna be tuning in just to see if it's going to be just as entertaining as they're trying to make it to be. Now, Abby made an appearance. I done told y'all Abby should have been on there, but she in that wheelchair, so she can't really do, you know, physical challenges, unfortunately. But that would have been interesting to see Abby. Now, I'm not a big fan of Abby, but she makes me laugh. I think Abby racist low key and has done a lot of problematic stuff, but she's a good key. Okay, I'll never forget. There was an episode. She said, "Your mom said the F word 19 times. That's sickening." That lady makes me laugh because she's horrible. Okay, let me know if y'all gonna be tuning in for House of Villains because I don't know. Speaking of Abby, y'all, she has a new show. Now, do y'all want me to recap this? Because now I'm on the fence about this because Abby doesn't deserve, you know, me to recap her stuff. So apparently she's doing a new show called Madhouse where it's going to be older kids competing. But it's not competition based like Dance Moms was where they go week to week. It's going to be, I guess they're in a house like making the band type of vibe. Okay, or when the lady who was Michael Jackson's choreographer did that show on BET. Y'all know exactly what show I'm talking about. It's kind of those vibes, okay? It looks very dramatic. The girlies look like they fighting all season. So I might see what they do. It don't look like Abby really yelling at none of the kids on this show, but it's because they're probably older and they're probably cuss the ass out. So she knows better. You knew better, so you better. You talking all that in my wheelchair weather, okay? Let me know if y'all want me to recap that show. So this to me was disappointing. And he was the main one talking about Will Smith when Will Smith slapped up out of what's his name? Ashton. Said Will Smith basically should have kept his composure. Should have kept his composure. Well, it was really Mila Kunis that said it. Mila Kunis basically said that, you know, Will Smith should have kept his composure while getting up there and basically defending his wife. In this article right here, he says it. We're going to pull up the receipts. We're going to pull up the receipts. This is from People magazine. He said, "Not standing up to me was a no-brainer. Mila Kunis said of the applause Will Smith received winning Best Actor moments after hitting Chris Rock on stage. Mila Kunis stands by her decision to not give Will Smith a standing ovation at the Oscars, even when the majority of attendees did." Okay? So Kunis told Steam Magazine that she was shocked by how many people in the crowd stood up for him after this incident. "The idea of leading by example only makes when you actually have someone to lead. We have our tiny little tribe here at home, and never once do I want to tell them to do something if I'm not willing to do it myself," said the mom of two. Now, today, y'all, it was revealed that Mila and Ashton wrote a letter of basically defending their co-star that have gotten convicted of RAPE. They call him a role model and says he has exceptional character. Now, this man got 30 plus years because of this conviction. Now, you know, if a white man getting that much time, they got evidence on him. Like, it's no joke. Like, they got evidence on you. Apparently, he's been accused of, you know, murder 2 women, and now he's been convicted of it, but they both wrote a letter of support for him. So that to me is so hypocritical because you were so mad at somebody basically losing their cool for a moment, but now you got your friend. That's your friend. You got your friend that you're defending, and you write letters even though they touching on women. Isn't that interesting? I think it's hypocritical, and not even that. They both have an organization for basically sex abuse. So for them to do this is even more hypocritical because they have a whole organization against it. I don't get it. That guy has always creeped me out on That 70s Show. I used to watch That 70s Show when I was little. Danny always looked crazy. Like, he always looked a little suspect. So it's kind of crazy how it actually came to life. All right? So see how words come back to bite you. All right? Let's look at Sheree's casting tape, you guys.
My name is Sheree Whitfield. and I am an up-and-coming designer. Moved to Atlanta 15 years ago. I followed my mom and my brother. Got here and absolutely loved it. Loved Atlanta 15 years ago. Is different than Atlanta today, but loved it. Ended up meeting my husband, had some kids. He's an ex now. Love my kids. Have a passion for fashion.
It's kind of funny seeing it now because it's all the years she bust her ass to get that done. It's crazy.
Starting my clothing line, and that's my life. She by Sheree and my kids. Life in Atlanta social scene is wonderful. It's a group of people, all walks of life. You have politicians, you have athletes, you have people in the music industry, fashion. They all come together to these very select functions and just network. I am an up-and-coming designer. I've always had a passion for fashion, designing, clothing. I had a boutique. A couple years ago, I closed, but the only reason I opened the boutique is to actually design. And I just had so much going on with the boutique. I couldn't put 100% into actually designing. So since then, I've closed the boutique, and now I'm working 100% on designing She by Sheree. A typical day in my life. Wake up, get the kids off to school, and I'm busy. I'm busy working on my designs all day. I go to the gym, I come home.
It's Sheree acting as if she's over here like like she a real deal designer. Like she out here just sketching away, girl. She like, no, you're not.
And after that, it's just pretty much working on my design, She by Sheree, meeting with all types of different people, from sketch artists to calling manufacturers and meeting with my design.
I'm gonna tell her Versace ain't got nothing on you, babe.
Design team, it's hectic. My hobbies are definitely traveling, spending time with my kids, laughing, working out. I'm really big into fitness. I would love, another passion that I have is I would love to start an organization and kind of work with younger women. Right now, the kids are so out of shape. The lifestyles are just not good. And I would love to start an organization working with younger girls, teaching them fitness and eating right. My name is Sheree.
Sheree is boring on low key. Damn, we need Nene's cast to take, because I know that'd be a key. We need Nene's. We need Nene's and we need Portia's, because those to me are going to get us a laugh. So one last thing I wanted to get into, y'all. So Blueface is being accused of being one of the girls by a white punk. Okay, the white punk claims that he was over here slobbing on Blueface's mom.
I mean, Blueface. All this chit chat got me thinking about that time I posted these pics on Instagram a couple months ago. Check the material. Very much she a baddie, she knows she a 10, she a baddie with her baddie friends. Why did this happen after? I wasn't gonna go there, but babe, I'm bored.
Ooh. And claims that, he was... Now, this I don't believe. The tattoos didn't match. But what I noticed that's very particular, though, I think that he's just doing this for clout. He wants to get the TikTok followers up. He wants to, gain a huge following from the Black community, probably. But anytime something like this comes out about Blueface, he never gets online and denies it. Why? It's oddly particular. But anytime Krishan and, some other girlies go at him, he's quick go ham and basically expose Krishan or expose any other women and stuff like that. And a lot of people are saying this might be true because of what Krishan said on live the other day, even though I don't think it's true. I think it's completely I think it's cloudish because of the tattoos. I could tell that wasn't Blake.
This nigga gay as shit. So not wrong with being gay, but when you undercoverly gay and acting like a bitch, talking like a bitch,
yes,
you're gay.
Now, what y'all think about that one? Blueface, we need you to talk, okay? We need you to talk. You had all them rants. You was doing all them crypt conspiracies. We need this crypt to, you know, break down this conspiracy, okay? Let me know what you guys think down below about some of these topics, and we out, baby.
Ain't no personal thing.